Alrighty. Hello. Let's switch over. Boom. Welcome to
Woo.
welcome back to Sonic. Um, I am joined by Kate and Lizzie. Oh God, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. So Lizzie, remind me when you dipped last time. Like what were we playing? What were we doing?
You were still in the Green Hill Zone of Sonic 2. You
Mm-hmm.
hadn't gone Super Sonic yet. I did watch the VOD to
Mm.
see Super Sonic, but um, that's pretty much it, I think.
Cool. So when we left off in Sonic 2 on Genesis, um, Robotnik slash Eggman had built the Death Egg out in space. And in the last levels of
Oh,
Sonic 2, we go through this big like factory, and then we have a gentle little fly through the sky in sky chase. I make it to Eggman's like big flying fortress, and then at the end of it, with the help of a little booster rocket attached to the bottom of the tornado, which is the little biplane that Sonic has that Tails flies, um, he made it onto Eggman's rocket all the way up to space, and
Space.
and space, the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. And we face off against the Death Egg robot in the Death Egg and take it out.
Tuesday.
And Tails rescues us when we fly down from space. And the Death Egg crashes into an island that is floating in the sky and encounters someone on that island who is guarding a big ol' Master Emerald. And that someone is Knuckles the Echidna. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So,
Elba.
yes, Idris Elba. Um, and when the Death Egg crashes into this floating island, which is called Angel Island, it crashes into the ocean. When we pick up in Sonic 3, that's where Sonic and Tails are going to investigate. But before we get to Sonic 3, today is going to be the day where we look at sort of the 1993 year of Sonic when they didn't have another major Sonic game to release. So they tried to do it with a bunch of stopgap releases before because they were still working on Sonic 3. And I'll give more detail about that later. But to start with, we're going to do some various different Sonic games that came out in 1993, and then we'll also look at the 8-bit Sonic games. So at the same time that the Genesis ones were being big and impressive and wowing, Japan and Europe still was doing decently well with the Sega Master System, which was like the 8-bit Sega console. So they put out versions of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 on Master System. And they are honestly just different games. So we'll play through some of those. I don't have as much experience with these, but together we will work through it. And then
oh boy.
also a third game that came out in 93, Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos, um, which is the first time that Tails is playable with flight uh, ever, I think. Um, Yeah, and that was also released on the Sega Master System and the Sega Game Gear, which was the handheld Sega had at the time, which is literally just um, a Master System. Okay, so with that, we're going to start with Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. This is an arcade game released only in Japan in 1993. I'm going to be playing it on MAME. Uh, and with a Xbox Series controller.
Gamers in this house.
This game was originally meant for a trackball. Um, so it's a bit funky when you try to make it work on a controller, but I've been testing it and it's been working out just fine.
What is a
Sega.
trackball?
A trackball is like, have you ever played? Missile Command or an arcade game that's like it's got like a little like ball and you have to like control the character by like moving it like this.
Yes.
You'll see there's a little graphic in it too. So this is an isometric sort of like 2.5D game. You can see the demo right here, which has 3 playable characters. We got Sonic the Hedgehog. We also have Mighty the Armadillo, who was also designed by Sega character designer Naoto Oshima, and Ray the Flying Squirrel. In this game, they play functionally identically, right? And this was Ray the Flying Squirrel's only appearance for like 20 years. Mighty showed up like one more time, and then didn't show up again for like 20 years. So this is the origin of these obscure Sonic characters, Mighty and Ray. Let's get started. We'll start with Ray because he's my favorite.
Jump into it.
See, like this is the little demo. You have a jump button and a trackball. You have to constantly be hitting the trackball in order for the character to keep going. At the beginning of the game, your characters are captured by Dr. Eggman. And it is Dr. Eggman in this case, because it's Japanese only. There's also full voice acting. That's a thing.
Oh.
This game has also never been re-released. They tried to put it on a couple re-releases, but they had issues with the emulation. So the only way that you can play it, basically, these days, if you don't own the original arcade cabinet from back in the day, is literally just emulating it. So that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
Oh, goodness. Let's go. In this game, rings aren't part of your health. They're just like bonuses. Ah!
Are they just like a score you get at the end?
Yeah. Apologies for the lag. I don't think there's really anything else I can do about it. Jump. You have a little health bar in the bottom corner. If you run out of health, you have to put in another quarter. Or whatever, 100 yen piece.
He's going.
This little guy.
He's a little.
Alright. So there's, I think, 7 levels total?
Looks like the kind of little guy I'd want to put on a keychain.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
He's keychain shape.
He's just a little guy.
And really, maybe the real little guys was the keychains we found along the way.
Anyway, you know how, like, Star Wars fans have glup shittos?
Absolutely.
What?
You know, Star Wars fans have glup shittos, which is this expression of,
No.
like...
Yes.
So
Are you-
a glup shitto is an obscure character that, like, you are in love with, right? And will, like, show up surprisingly in something. And it'll be like, OMG, he's here, or they're here, you know. Ray the Flying Squirrel was my Sonic glup shitto for a long time. Everyone has at least one obscure Sonic character that they love.
I feel like I want to, like, just get you like a poster issue because it's Ray the Flying Squirrel with Mike left shit up. I don't know why. I don't know how to execute this in a timely
Figure it
manner.
out.
We'll figure it out. We have checks.
Yeah.
We have time. It's fine. And
Together we'll design.
Whoops. Alright. Let's bring back Ray.
I love Mighty so much.
You like
I
Mighty?
don't know what it is about him. Yeah, he's just like, he's got a little armadillo shell, like he's just a little guy.
he's a little guy, Max.
He's very strong.
He seems like discount Knuckles.
Yes, he existed before Knuckles. And
Whoa, prototype Knuckles.
prototype Knuckles, yep. He is also his two other three? 2 or 3 other appearances have all been in games that Knuckles has also been in.
The Waluigi of Sonic.
The Waluigi of Sonic?
Yeah. Because
he's the Waluigi.
and
to
also
Knuckles
like
Luigi.
Waluigi only exists in game
Yeah.
because Wario needed a tennis partner.
Yeah.
Waluigi would not exist if not for Luigi, and also if not for Wario. Like the perfect,
Yeah.
Venn diagram of things popped up so that Waluigi could exist.
Yes.
So that this goddamn blessing of a Nintendo character could exist, and that is what Mighty is to Knuckles.
And Waluigi is only a meme because of Matthew Toronto.
Damn right.
Woof. By the way, go check out his new book, Game Master Classified. It's really good.
I've heard.
And it made me impulse.
did
It made
you
me
see his,
impulse buy like 4 NES games.
Did you see his recent tweet that something is happening in
Yes. Yes. Very excited.
Something is happening.
Some-
Something is happening.
Something. Finally. Something we've been a little bit privy to for a bit. Alright. I just like the little graphic he made. Here's Trap Tower. This one's got the best music.
Ooh.
I don't know how well it's going to translate with all of the lag. But don't worry, the game is very short. You're not going to have to deal with much more of this. Just for you, Lizzie, when Ray dies, Mighty's next.
Oh. Is Ray gonna die?
Well, if I'm bad at the game,
No, you can do it.
like I am right now, yeah. I didn't know that actually could shock me. Mighty's back.
He's here. He's so mighty.
Yeah, it is.
This is why I need a new computer.
I feel like an armadillo doesn't translate very well to like the Sonic style. And that was the end of my thought.
You don't think Mighty looks very like
He kind of looks like a beetle.
Jesus.
I mean, I guess I can see that.
That's not a bad thing.
Potentially gonna dip for about 3 seconds. I will be right
Okay.
back.
Okay.
He's just a little bug boy.
Landslide limbo.
This level looks fun. God, catapults, you're swinging around.
Yeah. An actual boss. Would you believe it?
Fight.
God.
Boss fight.
Boss fight.
So hello, I'm back. My mic was being dumb. Now it's being slightly less dumb.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Okay.
Did you break anything while I was gone?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Night's still young?
Yep, we've got 2 more levels of SegaSonic the Hedgehog, and then we move on
Time.
to another game released in '93. You know, Sonic is one of the most popular game series of all time, right?
Right.
What's weird is that, despite that, there are still a lot of, like, major games in the series that have never been, like, re-released on any modern platforms. It's like, you have guarantee that anything that has the word Sonic on it is going to sell like hotcakes. And you don't take the opportunity to sell every possible, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little silly.
I wonder if it's like a
there's a couple games that I'm still waiting in the mail for. That have really only been released on original hardware. And I guess, you know, I mean, I guess you can play it with, like, emulation, but as you can tell, my computer is not incredibly well built for emulation.
It's trying its best.
It is.
It's not built for this.
It's built different, and by different, I mean bad. Anyway, I love Frogger.
Classic. Oh. I love how I'm watching this delayed, so it's like I'm
You
reacting
get the
to
yeah.
10 seconds ago.
Yeah. I'm just impatient, so I don't take my time on that. Okay, now for the final level. I have gotten this far 3 times, and each time, or only once, have I actually managed to clear the game without dying, like at the last second and getting a game over. So let's see what happens. Especially with lag, who knows? This part looks really cool.
How many JCs can we fit into one level?
I was about to say, how many chase sequences can we fit into this whole game? It's really testing the strength of your trackball skills.
The way that my wrist would be destroyed playing this game.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is the last stretch. We made it.
Go, go,
There you go.
Like, Eggman! Setting the self-destruct.
Shut up.
This is actually, like, a tough countdown.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. Woohoo!
We don't need the rings. Fuck the ring.
And time.
He's so fast.
They are zooming.
We did it. Truly the most distinguished of Sonic games.
This is my favorite
Why did this
Sonic
not
game.
win the Gotti?
It's starring Sonic.
Starring Sonic. Keychain Man.
This picture of Ray the Flying Squirrel looks about as good as I would have drawn him at age 10. And I did. Issue 4 of my fan-made Sonic comic when I was 10 years old had Ray the Flying Squirrel as the lead guest star.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that so much. Oh my god, there's Mighty.
Yes. There's the boy.
What's your email address and what's your pen pal?
Naoto Oshima is the first in the special thanks because he designed Mighty the Armadillo. Eggman flies away. Until he runs out of gas. Ta-da! Out of time. Yay!
You did it.
We did it! Boy.
Oh, we fucking see demos.
Now for something that should actually run correctly. Like, at a decent frame rate and not lag all the time. So, Sonic Fever was in 1993, right? We talked about the different TV shows. We talked about all that. But they had a problem. Sonic 3 was not going to be ready for the holiday season of 1993. So they had their B team inside of Sega Technical Institute come up with a quick Sonic game that they could release for the holiday season. And what they decided on was Sonic Spinball.
Yes.
So, let's pop this in my actual Sega Genesis over here. We're gonna
I'm
be
so excited.
we're gonna be playing this on original
Spinball.
hardware. I have the
Playing fucking Spinball!
yes, that's yep. Let's put in my headphone into my CRT over here. Now, I'm gonna be honest. There's no guarantee on my end that like I'm actually going to be able to get very far in Spinball. I am not by any means an expert at Sonic Spinball.
Unbelievable.
I think there's a level select code.
You're
I
a
could,
pro gamer.
if I die, I'm just gonna go straight to the level select code and just try to get to the end and see what happens. Okay. Game facts, my beloved. Okay, let's do this.
My good friend Game Fact.
Okay. Sega. And we get to see a version of the tornado, which is not the classic one. Not everyone had mastered the Sega Genesis's sound chip by this point. As you can tell by the options music that I will display for you guys.
Oh my god.
I think Howard Drawson is the composer of this Sonic Spinball. The original print of this game, like the first like 100,000 copies of this game, actually had a different title screen music, which was the Masato Nakamura main Sonic theme. But then they realized at the last second, right after the game had gone to print, that they couldn't actually use it legally. So he replaced this little replacement jingle. And yeah, in the opening cinematic here, Sonic is on his way to the Veg-O-Matic, which is this big machine that Eggman built into the side of Mount Mobius in order to sort of take him out. And he gets shot down into the water. So let's get started with Toxic Caves, the first level.
It's Spinball time.
It's Spinball time.
A button does the left paddle, B button does the right, C does both.
Personal mission.
Yes.
It is my personal mission to just say the most nothing shit every time you're trying to explain something about Sonic lore.
I'm gonna say
the
something.
only endearing character trait I have.
I'm gonna be like, so true, bestie. Yeah. So the objective of Sonic Spinball is ostensibly, you can like go for like a high score and stuff, like it's a pinball game. But the objective there's a different objective in each level. The point is you gotta collect the Chaos Emeralds that are hidden throughout the level. There's a lot more than 7, and they all look the same. Don't worry about it. In this first level, you have to collect 3 of them. And in order to do that, first you have to do what I just did, which was take out the cork at the top here to drain the little, like, toxic slime that was surrounding that Chaos Emerald. And now these sewers have opened up, so we can try to get to other parts of the map. And you can see if I like fall down in the middle here, there's a little dragon that tries to come up. Ah! Can't stay there.
Oh shit.
Yep. Whoop. And here's the higher level. Cluck alert. Me when I cluck alert. Cluck actually is Robotnik's like pet bird chicken thing from Sat AM, or specifically not only Sat AM, the cartoon series, but the Sat AM pilot, which was actually a lot like more lighthearted and was sort of a bit more balanced in its tone than what Sat AM ended up being. And then I don't think Cluck ever actually shows up in the show itself beyond in the opening sequence. Although the pilot was broadcast as like the 13th episode of the series, even though it doesn't really match. Okay. Anyway. So the objective, once you get up here, is to try to... There's 2 things. You're trying to, like, flip a switch that will open up a minecart rail that will let you get to the next emerald. See, there's a lot going on, and you can be doing a lot of different ways. Okay, so that's one. Now I gotta figure out how to get up to the top. There's 2 different ways you can do that. You can either go up through that pipe and try to sort of block out the garbage there. Or you can try to get up at the top and, like, shoot through that thing 3 times to open up a gate to get you to the top. Like that. Okay. So now I'm at the top. And I opened up the gate. So that means I go up through here. This is the boss room. I'm not ready yet. So let's take the minecart through this rail bridge and out into here. Ah! Got the first emerald.
Woo!
Alright. Now I drop here, and now I can go up the secret passage on the left and head to the identical one on the other side. And I gotta do that again, basically, but from the other side. If you can't tell, the physics of this game are really funky.
A little bit. I can see that.
They don't feel nearly as good as like an actual classic Sonic game. They feel a lot heavier, which I think is, you know, and like slower, which given the amount of obstacles and stuff to deal with, I understand like wanting to do that to give you a little bit more control over him. But if you're used to classic Sonic control, it takes a lot to get used to this different take on it. Alright. Now I just gotta get... Just gotta get up to the top. Okay, so that's the other way to get over. Is, go through that 3 times. And then I can, like, shoot up, into the middle. Toxic Caves, like, this song is really good. I think this music was remixed in Sonic Generations, the 20th anniversary game. Alright. I like the little animation when you, like, do that little get-up move.
It's a very slick little...
Yep. There we go. You need 2 more emeralds, that's fine, because I'm going to get the second one by going this way. Hang on, Sonic. I love the little, like, display at the top. It gives it a lot of character. It ties it into the pinball theme very well, and it's also just a lot of fun. Alright, now the last emerald, you're never going to believe this. You have to die. And by that I mean...
Excuse me?
You have to drop down and ride this thing across the ooze to the left. Boom. You get it here at the bottom. Now the boss room is open. So I just have to get up the same way that I got up before. But now that boss room is open, so it's not going to take me to the minecarts.
This is so, like,
What?
weirdly convoluted.
Oh yeah, for sure. I only know what the heck I'm doing because I grew up on this game on Sonic Mega Collection. And it took me a long time to figure out what the heck I was supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is trial and error. Or, like, getting to a place and being like, alright, how do I progress? And then spending, like, 5 minutes trying to do it because you keep looping around over and over again. Like what I've been doing. It's probably not the most satisfying thing to watch. But
Cluck alert.
Yeah, cluck alert. That's gonna be me when I see a worthless cluck. We got a cluck alert. Alright.
Did someone order cluck?
Wrong move. Cluck alert.
Certified cluck alert moment.
That would be my sub sound if I had one. Thanks for joining the Soul Link Smash Clucks.
What's up,
What's up, Clucks?
cluckers? No.
My fandom is the Clucks. Alright, here we go. The Deadly Scorpius. I think. Is that what it said? Oh, hi. Quick, jump inside. This is what your average Sega Genesis game was like. You know, Sonic gives the Sega Genesis like a really good impression. The Genesis was not actually that good of a console. Anyway, I beat the first level. Guess how many levels there are in this game.
4.
What?
25.
Kate is 25. What did you say, Lizzie?
4.
Lizzie said 24.
24. Oh, here's a bonus stage.
24.
Before I tell you, bonus stage. This is interesting because this is the only appearance in the Sega in the Sega video games of. Let's see if we get to see any of them. These animals are in Roboticizers, which are from the SatAM cartoon. And when you break them,
Shit.
that's Rotor from SatAM. The SatAM characters show up. It was a game. There's Bunny Rabbit. This was a game intended for a Western audience. So, these are the Western Sonic characters. You don't see these in the video games. There just goes a monkey. I think there's also like... Oh. There's Sally Acorn. There's Tails. Finally, a grand slam.
Good friend Tails?
Tails.
Anyway, this is the second level. Lava Powerhouse. Anyway. You know how many levels there are in this game? Actually, you know what?
24.
I'm going to go to the level select.
25.
I'm going to go to the level select. Go to options, then sound effects, then listen to certain sounds to get their codes. Can I do this on Genesis? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay.
You are teasing us.
All right. I'm going to reset the game. Let's go back to the wonderful options menu here. Wait. Okay. Access options. And then press the buttons in this order. A down, B down, C down, A, B, up, A, C, up, B, C, up. Haha. Okay. Go back to the title screen. If I hold it C and up, or C and start, I'm going to go to the final level of the game. Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
This is level 4.
4.
4. There are 4 levels in this game.
Oh.
They sold this at full price in the holiday season of 1993.
Oh.
Left rock will shoot. I have no idea what that means. I've never been to this level. Help.
Left rock will shoot.
What else is there to get?
Bust blocks first. Guys, bust blocks first. Light all gates for extra multiplier. Robotnik bonus. ×1. Already lit, man. This is an amazing game.
It's wonderful.
Ready to fry? Too bad. I think you got a good gist of what Sonic Spinball is like.
Sonic Spinball.
Spinball, spinball, spinball.
Is it
spinball.
a good game?
It's a
Yes.
game. It is a
It is-
naughty 1990
It is one of the games.
whatever.
It is one of the games of all time, for sure. Now, while I have my Genesis set up, before I switch over to the Master System, I want to show you something. So, Sonic 1, I have here. I also have Sonic 2. And I have Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. I want to give you this context before we play Sonic. So what happened with Sonic 3? Why wasn't it out at the time for the holiday season of 1993? Well, they spent like a month trying to think like, hey, Sonic 3 could be in 3D. And they made like a 3D model of Sonic and stuff. And they're like, this is going to be so cool. And then they were like, shit, it's 1993. We can't do 3D platformers yet. So they were like, all right, let's do 2D platformers. And as they were producing Sonic 3, they're like, this is going to be a long-ass game. It's not going to be ready by the holiday season of 1993. It might not even be ready for, like, later. But they kept working. Until finally, Sega secured a promotion with McDonald's.
Oh.
And this promotion entailed Sonic 3 had to be ready for this McDonald's promotion, which was set for February 1994. They were like, well, what are we going to do? There's no way we can finish this game on time.
And prom is tomorrow.
So what they did is they said, okay, let's finish the first half of our game and release it as Sonic 3 in February 1994. Then we'll work on the second half of Sonic 3, and we will release it separately as a separate game. And so they moved forward with that. The second game ended up being called Sonic and Knuckles, and its cartridge is really funky looking. It looks like this. And the reason for that is in development, they were like, here's what we'll do. You see, there's this little flap on top. It opens, and there's a cartridge slot at the top. The idea is this is the second half of the game. This is the first half of the game. In this half, you can play as Sonic and Tails through the first half of the first game of the game. In this one, you can play as Sonic or Knuckles through the second half of the game. If you lock on Sonic 3 with Sonic and Knuckles, like so, you can play through the entire game in sequence as originally intended with all three characters. This is like the coolest shit of all time. This is in 1994. This kind of stuff didn't happen in 1994.
Yeah.
So, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the full title of the full combined game. And the version that we will be playing next time is going to be Sonic 3 and Knuckles in its original form, as intended. I'll get into some more details about some of the other nuances and the story behind the music and some of the choices that you guys will be able to... I'll give you guys some options about how we're going to go through that particular experience. The other really cool thing is...
Oh my
Shit,
God.
this is interactive.
hi, Liz.
Lizzie, everything's riding on us now.
The other cool thing is this. So, let me show you something neat. So, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you just put in Sonic 3 alone. It boots up, it looks like this. And there's the 3D model that they made. Hey, it didn't go to waste.
Hey.
Look at him.
Right. And then this game, you can play as Sonic and Tails, Sonic or Tails. And this one, you can actually play as Tails and, like, fly. Actually, if I do this, it goes right to the credits. This music is important for later. Anyway, this is what happens when you just put in Sonic and Knuckles. You can play as Sonic or Knuckles, like so. Pretty neat, right? Now, when you put Sonic
That's
3,
my good friend Knuckles.
when you put Sonic 3 on top, Mommy, what are those game cartridges doing? Boom! And Knuckles.
I love them.
And in this one, you can play as Sonic and Tails, Sonic Tails, or Knuckles. Through the whole... Are you okay?
Sorry, one of those game cartridges
Oh, sorry.
doing just hit me.
I mean, it looks even... I think I've seen a picture where it's like, you put like the 32X into the Genesis, and then it's like someone stacked like 20 Sonic and Knuckles cartridges, like all in a row. It's pretty funny. Now, this is a cartridge slot. What happens when you put other things in it? Let's try putting Sonic Spinball in it. See what happens.
Can I show you guys a really cool looking Kermit while you're doing that?
Sure. So, this is what it looks like. It's not gonna work. No way! No way! No way! No way! No way! No way! Except
No way.
if you
No way.
if you press A, B, and C, you get each Genesis game gives you a different stage of blue spheres, and this is a little bit of a preview. These are what the special stages of Sonic 3 and Knuckles looked like. So you get a bunch of like randomly generated special stages for every
Shit.
for every cartridge. What happens though when you put in Sonic 1 in? Yeah, it is a little bit unsettling. It's one of those like it's the CG like they're moving and they're all in full color. And when I press A, B, and C, you have access to the full Blue Spheres game. So you can put in a code to do it like a specific one if you know the code combination. And you can just keep playing endless blue spheres, basically. I think there's like somewhere in the 6 digits amount of blue sphere games, like blue sphere levels you can play. So if you just really love blue spheres, that's how you can do it. That's what happens when you put in Sonic 1. But there's one other game that we haven't tried to put in there. What about Sonic 2?
Sonic 2. Sonic 2, my good friend Sonic 2.
Surely it's just gonna be the same kind of stuff, right? Oh. That's
Whoa.
Check this shit out.
Now it's time to get funky.
You can indeed.
Whoa.
You
Whoa.
can. This was.
Is that my good friend Knuckles?
It's
You
Knuckles.
you can play as Knuckles in Sonic 2 through the entire game. Is it this must have been like magic
God.
to people back in 1994.
It's him!
Isn't it so wild that you could just like
That is
buy
my
a
good friend Knuckles.
you could buy a cartridge and then like all of a sudden you have an extra playable character in Sonic 2? Like, isn't that the coolest? I don't even know. I think all of like the data and everything that is used to make it work is all inside this Sonic and Knuckles lock-on cartridge. But this is just like the coolest stuff of all time, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, it works. So they did try to get Knuckles to work in Sonic 1, but they had issues with like the palettes, like Knuckles' character, like sprite conflicts too much with the color palette of Sonic 1, so it just like does not it did not work right. And so you could not officially play as Knuckles in Sonic 1 until the 2012 remaster of Sonic 1 for the iOS.
Alright, gamers. I gotta be somewhere at 6 o'clock.
Alright. You got it.
I gotta zoom.
Okay.
I gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast, indeed.
I will see you guys later. Have fun. Play lots of Sonic.
Thank you. If you're finished, always feel free to stop by.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Now for, I suppose, I don't know, would you call this the main event of the day? Let's go get me a Sega Master System.
Ooh. Okay.
I thought it was behind me. It's actually to the side.
Damn it. Oh shit!
Okay. I need to set this up. So, Kate, do some vamping.
Oh gosh, we've established before I'm bad at vamping. Hi.
Oh, are you going to your list? I recognize that voice. I know that inflection. I know what you're about to do.
I didn't prep a list. No.
Ugh.
Hey Hajime, what are those two video game cartridges doing?
Hey Hajime, check this shit out.
Hey Hajime, welcome to my gamer pad.
This is the Sega Master System.
I get friend zoned so frequently. What is it? Fuck. I literally just watched it.
That's because you're a gamer cluck.
Well, I'm not a gamer, so maybe they'll respect me. That just makes you a beta cuck.
Yep.
I'm an alpha gamer.
Where are we dropping, boys?
Where are we dropping, boy?
We did see Grand Slam earlier, and I was like, finally, a Grand Slam!
Hajime, I fucking found Grand Slam.
Silver! The Denny's is that way! Alright. Let's do this. Let's go, girls. Da, da, na, 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 na.
Bring the beat in. Anything for you, Beyonce.
Okay. Alright.
Hey, Hajime, did you know that the mud skipper is the only fish that blinks?
Are you just looking up random trivia now? And then we ate it. Okay. So this is the Sega Master System controller. It's got a little D-pad. It's got 2 buttons. It also is kind of a piece of crap. So I'm just going to use the same 6-button Genesis controller that I've been using before, because it's the same port. Although this might actually be useful for some of the level select codes later if we need it. Anyway, this is the Sega Master System. If you are not familiar, this was the competitor. This was Sega's competitor to the NES and the Atari 7800. It did not really do very well anywhere outside of Europe and Brazil. This is like the most popular video game console of all time in Brazil. They still sell it. Anyway. Sega. What's cool is that what's built in, they have a game that's built in called Snail Maze.
Shit.
Snail Maze. I never remember the right path. I think it's this one. Yay! Okay, how's the audio for it, by the way?
Sounds fine on stream.
Okay, cool. All right. This might take a few tries because these have been a little bit finicky. But first, released at the same time as its 16-bit counterpart, Sonic 1 on Sega Master System. I think it was also released in basically the same form on Sega Game Gear. Yeah, this is gonna take a hot second, probably. You're gonna be hearing this a lot. Oh, never mind. I got it working. So the cool thing about this game is the music was composed... Here, reset. Some of these are arrangements. So look, it's a world map. That's pretty neat, of South Island.
Oh shit.
And we start off with Green Hill. This is what video games will look like in 1990. Anyway. I'm going to pause, which is funny because the graphics are still animated. It's just the music and the timer stops. This game's soundtrack was... some of it is arrangements from the Masato Nakamura Genesis soundtrack. But also, the original pieces were done by Yuzo Koshiro, who was a very... well-regarded and highly renowned video game composer. As we go on, I want to find the Chaos Emeralds in this game. I also don't really know the Master System versions of these games very well, so I will probably fail. I'll probably die. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a level select code, so I'm probably going to be a little bit more careful in this game. But I have guides up here to help me find the emeralds. Let's do it. The emeralds in this game are hidden in the levels themselves, as opposed to being in special stages. There are still special stages at the end, but they just are there to give you lives and stuff. So if you were a European or a Brazilian Sega fan back in the 90s, and you couldn't afford a Genesis, and all you had was your old Sega Master System, this is the version of Sonic that you got to play.
Ooh.
Whoops. Sonic has passed. Rest in peace. Okay. So, the Emerald is supposedly in Green Hill Zone Act 2. It's so weird. The Master System's pause button is on the console itself.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, after exiting the cave, use the spring to travel upwards, re-enter the cave, leap over the small pool of water and the spring, drop down next to the 10 rings monitor, and then down again, while at the same time pushing right. The emerald is to the right. I didn't retain any of that. Let me move this
neither.
down
I'm
here.
not gonna help at all.
Okay. Whee! Here's the cave. You're not affiliated with me. Okay. Okay. So this is the end of the cave. Whoops. I want to pause, but... Okay. Use the spring to travel upwards. Re-enter the cave, leap over the small pool of water and the spring. So, up here. Leap over this, and then drop down, and then down again while pushing right. That's what they meant. There it is. Alright.
Woo!
We got the first Chaos Emerald, and I have 0 rings, so I'm very nervous. Okay, I'm less nervous now. These games, in general, my feeling is the Master System versions are way better than the Game Gear ones, because the Master System versions are not screen crunched. Were there any guys for these locations back then? I don't think so, but I don't think it's a big deal. Like, if you just had this game and you were just playing it, like, you would figure these out eventually. I just don't want to waste anyone's time. Okay, this is the best boss in Sonic history. He just floats back and forth.
He's just chilling up there.
And then he drops down and tries to run you over. And that's it. Brilliant. Although it's not really letting me hit it. But it did not have much to work with, I guess. Okay, now for the... Yeah, for real. There's a theory that, like, the Game Gear versions of Sonic 1 and 2 take place before the Genesis versions, and I think it actually kind of makes sense. Oh, this zone's music is famous. This is a Yuzo Koshiro arrangement. Bridge Zone. It's a really solid track.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
And you can tell it's a solid track because it's been on my iPod since like 2010. All right, just before the second collapsing bridge, the Chaos Emerald is underneath. Stand on one of the parts as it falls, jump left on the platform to get the emerald. Okay, so there's 2 falling bridges. That's it. Oops. Okay, this is the first falling bridge. Is this the second falling bridge? No. It's a checkpoint. Where's the second falling bridge? Okay, this is it. Got it. Woohoo! Alright, I passed it with past 50 rings, so you guys can see what the special stage looks like. In Master System Sonic 1. But yeah, the Sega spelled with the rings here. The idea behind this is just to get as many rings as you can, because if you get over 100, you get an extra life.
Ooh.
This is also an original Kozero arrangement, a song. I think only like the title theme and then Green Hill Zone maybe Scrapyard is the same, or Scrapyard. Scrap Rain is the same as well. I think that's it. I think the rest of the tracks are all original. Alright. Okay, so we got through Bridge Zone. I'll pull up once we get through, or we got the Bridge Zone Chaos Emerald. I have a guide here. Alright, Bridge Zone Act 2. It's an auto-scroller. Brilliant. Okay, we've got some time for donations. We got $25 from, I can't think of something funny to say. Greetings from Germany. I am making an GDQ joke. Har 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 har. You ever watch GDQ?
I don't believe I've ever seen GDQ, no.
Do you know what it
I'm
is?
uncultured. No.
GDQ is a Games Done Quick. It's a biannual charity event that runs for an entire week. They do like one in January, one in like June, and it's like the best. It's like the best speedrunners in the world come together and showcase, like, for a week straight, speedruns of like different games. And they raise like millions of dollars every event for charity.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Awesome Games Done Quick, which they do in January, is for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and then Summer Games Done Quick, which they do in June, is for Doctors Without Borders. I mean, it's absolutely worth watching. I always look at like the schedule each. At least subscribing to the YouTube channel, all the VODs go up on there, like all of the individual runs. And then, like about a month in advance, they release like the schedule of who's going to be running and what the games are and stuff. So like you can like tune in at a time if you want to watch a run that you're interested in. They always have like they always have a Sonic block. They have an Awful Games block. Celeste is always there. Super Metroid is always there. They always run at least like 2 Zelda games. Yeah. We did it. We made it through the auto-scroller.
Woo! I need to go grab my din-din. I'll be right back.
You got it. Sonic has passed. Rest in peace. Back to the special stage. Dun, 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 dun. It's pretty unfortunate that, like, this is, like, the best game on the Master System, when it's just, like, a worse version of the Genesis game in almost every way. Which kind of says everything about the Master System. I want this extra life. There we go. Okay. Wii U vibes. Yeah, pretty much. Is Breath of the Wild the best game on the Wii U? Probably, technically. Yeah, exactly. Although, you know, the Master System was Sega's first attempt at, like, a worldwide release of a console. Whoops. Alright, well, that's good to know. You can't do that, like, you can't just keep jumping on him. Whoops. The other thing is that you don't have rings. I really hope I can make it through these boss battles without dying, because there is no level select code. Okay. That shot out way farther than I thought it did. Okay. Come on. This is not looking good. This is looking rather unfortunate. Okay. Alright. Oh! I thought it was gonna shoot out in the... Oh, man. You really can't hurry this guy, huh? I really don't want to have to start over. Why didn't I move up? There's no save states on original hardware. This might be my last shot. I said that the earlier boss battle was way too easy, and this is my comeuppance. But yeah, all the bosses are hard when you don't have any rings. And this is called artificially increasing the difficulty of your game. Okay. Okay, thank you. Alright, I gotta get some lives. Okay, next is Jungle Zone. At the second large waterfall, jump into the small horizontal log that is descending. Remain on it so it almost touches the water, and leap left.
Hey Hajime, what does water taste like?
I don't know. Okay. At the second large waterfall, jump onto the small horizontal log that's descending. Remain on it until it almost touches the water, then leap left onto a small platform. Below and in the water is a small log. Jump on this, continue left until coming to an L-shaped opening. Use the log again to head right until you can disembark safely. Most of the act can be skipped this way. Alright.
Oh shit!
I only have one life, because I kept dying over and over to that boss. Because I didn't know how it worked, really, because I have not ever really gotten that far in Sonic 1 on Game Gear. So, here we are. Okay, so this is the first waterfall. Oh man, I wanted that extra life.
Ah shit! I have my din-din.
Woohoo! Can I get to it? Like, can I get it from behind? Okay. I definitely need it. So let's just, like... Okay. Extra lives are invaluable. I have no idea if I have continues. I imagine I probably don't. Okay, so here's the second waterfall. Alright. At the second large waterfall, jump into a small horizontal log, remain on it, and then leap left onto a small platform? Is there a small platform? Maybe this is the first large waterfall. That seems correct to me. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. This is not a large waterfall. Okay. Alright, this is it. This is the one.
Oh shit!
Alright. Then leap left onto a small platform. That's this one. Shit! Come on, that should have made it. Alright. Well, I better not miss any of these jumps, or I have to go back to the start of the game.
Oh gosh, golly.
Yeah. Not fun. I mean, I'm willing to do it, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
I mean, I'll do it, but Jesus Christ.
I mean, maybe there is a level select code and I'm just not aware of it, but okay. There we go. Huh.
What is it? I'll take care of you. It's rotten work. You know what? You're right. It is rotten work, especially if it's you. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but Jesus Christ!
I did it. And
You
now
did
and now I can write out the rest of the act. Ooh, that checkpoint is really... Let's just keep going.
You can do it.
I'm sure I probably could have skipped all of this. Whatever. Come on.
Oh.
I do have a continue. Whew!
Woo!
Woo! I've got like 2 continues. Alright. God bless. Everything's fine.
Everything's okay.
I feel better about myself. Oh, that 1-up is gone though.
Fuck.
I'm fine. I don't know if this means that I still have my Chaos Emerald or not. I don't know if there's any way to know. So I'm gonna have to go back. It's fine. I can write out more of the level, I'm sure, this time around. This is an original Yuzo Koshiro track as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Banger.
It feels like, I don't know what it reminds me of. Okay, I got it. Cool. Let's just keep riding out the level. Okay. That is as far as it'll take me. Okay. Let's just do that. Whew. The jitterbug, yeah, swing dance for sure. Okay. So we've got that. Okay. Alright. So now let's just enjoy the rest of this zone.
Riding it out, baby.
Oh god, it's a vertical level.
Oh shit. Ow.
Oh. It's a vertical level
Oh.
that death planes you if you go too far, if you know, you can't go down.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yep. Alright. Love you. Alright.
My years of doodle jump did not prep me for this moment.
Doodle jump. I gotta say, I am happy that I'm playing this with this Genesis controller and not the Master System controller, because I feel like I'm in so much better control. I would not just not feel like I could rely on the Master System. Oh, go, oh no.
Oh man, beans.
Alright. Here we go. Jump, jump, jump. These fall. I have no rings. I am small. I have no money. There we go.
We can imagine the kind of stress I'm under.
Do you see that shit?
Ugh.
I have 1 life left. Ugh, this is not it.
Boys, this ain't it.
Okay, don't jump on that thing, or else you won't be able to get those rings. Note to self. Okay, I have
Ugh.
extra life.
Everything's fine, everything's cool. Ah!
Getting through a level is just like sigh of relief. Although what's not a sigh of relief is having to fight Robo-Nick.
Ah.
I'm not excited about the prospect of fighting this boss. Okay. Let me look at my guide. Does it have anything about
Let me
bosses?
rack my brain real quick.
Anything about bosses? Okay. Labyrinth Zone boss. Oh, beware, even the residual smoke from the balls will kill Sonic. Oh, goodness. That will help, maybe. Okay. I am worried.
You got this, bestie. You got this.
I pressed the one button on the controller that does not jump. I hope when I get a continue, it starts me from like the whatchamacallit, like it starts me from the act that I left off, not the beginning of the zone.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll find out. Okay, it's starting me from the act I left off. Thank goodness.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that much of a, I'm still not thrilled about the prospect of having to go right into fighting this dude again. But here we go. No! I'm getting into a good Robo-Nick pattern here. I think I only had like one hit left, basically.
One day, I met a man named Jesus, and I told him, hey, isn't his name pronounced Jesus? He said, no.
My
mom is very religious.
religious.
And I said, wouldn't that have prevented you from having the name Jesus? And he said, fuck!
Oh, that was close. That might have killed me. Apparently even the little poof can kill you. Okay. I did see the Lego Eggman rap because I watched the Sonic Central when I was traveling from my vacation last week. I watched it and then it ended and I'm like, I took nothing out of that. All right, here's Labyrinth Zone. Everyone's favorite zone from Sonic 1. The good news is, apparently, 8-bit Labyrinth Zone, apparently, is a lot better. Yuzo even contributed his own little track here. That's different from Nakamura's. But it's a good one. Whoops. Oh god. It's so slow. I need rings. Oh god. No! I don't have enough time to jump. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. I don't think I have any continues left.
Oh shit. Oh damn it.
I mean, this might just be the end of the line for Sonic 1 Master System. Who knows? Yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool. Okay. I don't know where I'm gonna land. Oh, it takes me all the way back here? Oh my goodness. Well, I just went around a long way. Maybe it means I can clear the level with 50 rings and get some extra lives. I would appreciate that. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'll make it. Do you guys believe in me?
I have nothing but the utmost faith in you.
Give me a bubble! Come on! Give me a bubble! This is the classic Sonic experience. Where is the bubble? There it is. Literally at the last second.
Gaming skills.
I thought this was supposed to be better than the Genesis one. Oh god, it's this fucking thing. I hate this.
Not this fucking thing.
There's no way. I'm so dead. At least I can take it out now. Someone give me some rings, please. Thank you. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's this thing. This is cheap. Okay. I have a shield.
Woo!
Okay. This thing really likes to lag when both water and not water are on screen at the same time. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I think this game is a bit too powerful for the Sega Master System to handle.
She's too much.
There's a, I mean, I guess you could, I don't know what you would call it. Well, there was a marketing gimmick at the time of the original Sonic game called blast processing. Only the Genesis had blast processing. What that meant was, that, like, the processor on the Genesis was slightly faster than the Super Nintendo, and they would just, like, turn that into, like, marketing slang that didn't mean anything. Master System needed some blast processing, let me tell you. Okay, near the end of the act, there will be an invincibility monitor. Grab this, dash right in a small stretch of water. Jump when the water level drops to move slightly quicker. Then up
Blast on my Sega till I process.
Yes, you got it. Then up a shaft with fire-spitting gargoyles, then run left at the top. The Chaos Emerald is in a set of spikes on the floor. Holy crap, that sounds okay. I lost my shield. I have no rings. I am very concerned for my well-being. I'm gonna jump into the unknown here. Okay. I want those rings up there, but I don't have access to them. Ugh, fuck you. I hate this thing. I'll just have it send those to me. Where can I get some bubbles? Are there any bubbles here? That'll do. I guess I can go this way. Yeah, no, yeah, the part from Sonic, the part from the second Sonic movie where they're, like, underground is very much, like, taken from Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1. Come on. They were like, oh, we were criticized for the first movie by not having enough happening that's, like, identifiable from the games, so let's just do that for the second one. Let's reference everyone's favorite zone from Sonic 1, Labyrinth Zone. Alright. No, I was not gonna make that. Ugh. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Oof. We are playing the Game Gear, or I guess the Master System, Sonic games. And I am 2 hits away from death at any given point, and having to restart from the very beginning of the game, so I'm a little tense. Oh, oh,
I'm
there's
seeing an epic gamer about it though. So
there's one hit. Okay,
ah, beans.
there's the invincibility. Dash right, jump, then up a shaft, then run left. Run. There it is. Got it.
Yeah. Yes.
God, I wish there were more invincibility monitors in this game. Just like in Sonic 1, I want to stop by say hi. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Primrose. I just wanted to... Well, you know what stinks? Oh my god. I have no rings in this level. I have 1 life. I don't believe I have any continues left. I think I will die. I think I will...
Listen.
I think this is the end.
Listen. You're an epic gamer. You're in your gamer pad. Nothing can go horribly wrong.
I can't wait to fight a boss I've never fought before, not get hit once, and move on to another level.
Listen. You can do it. You can do it.
Sonic 1 Master System. Level select. I mean, I'm not surprised, you know. Unlimited lives. That would have been nice to know. Unparalleled access to items within a level? What does that mean? Left, right, down, A, start. That's literally it. Okay. I would need an action replay in order to get to later parts. Okay. So, what do you think, guys? Give it one more shot?
You can do it. You're an epic gamer. You can do it.
I don't know if that code actually worked. I don't know if I actually have unlimited lives. But, okay. So, here's the trick. The trick is, just get all of the rings and all of the lives in Green Hill Zone, so you have them to stock up for the other levels that are hard as shit. This is what we're doing. I am gonna give it one more.
This is we're pre-gaming.
Yeah, I'm giving this one more once. Oh my gosh. Me when I turn on the speed shoes at the same time as the invincibility. Oh god, I just...
Whoa!
Okay. What I don't like about Sonic 1 Master System is that whenever you get hit, you lose all of your rings and you have no chance to get any of them back.
That sucks. Don't like that shit.
No, we do not.
We do not stand.
Alright. Let's see if I remember where these, Chaos Emeralds are. Obama chuckled. You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
From 1992.
Yeah, Liv, my favorite part of... Well, I wouldn't say my favorite part, but one of my favorite parts of Sonic 2 was the reveal of... Gun. That was completely, like... I had no idea that they were gonna show up. I was like, real shit? Whoops. And the fact that it is the Olive Garden guy just is the icing on the cake, given how stupid that was in the first movie. Don't they even call him that? Isn't Tom like, Olive Garden guy?
Olive Garden guy?
Which, like, to be fair, if I was in that situation, is what I would call him. Alright, we're going to the special stage.
Special stage, special stage.
You are going to special stage. I need to,
Get special staged, idiot.
Something arrived in the mail.
Whoa?
Oh, whoa. I want to go see what it is. I think I
Okay.
know what it is.
Do I get to go vamp? Do I get to vamp again?
In a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the special stage first. I don't remember, what was it? Sega. Oh, so that was a continue that I just picked up there. Okay. So you can get continues in the special stages. That's so good to know. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's do this.
Let's fucking go.
This was the easy one that I was clowning on earlier. I will not abide by that hubris anymore. You can hit Robotnik here in the Game Gear version, but I guess you can't in the Genesis or in the Master System one. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Does the Gun Commander show up in Sonic Adventure 2? I don't know. But I mean, I just think it's funny that, like, I guess these days, like, Sega officially considers Shadow the Hedgehog a spin-off. But, like, for all intents and purposes, it had the impact of, like, the storyline and the canon everything that any mainline Sonic game did. And it controls like a mainline Sonic game of the time. The only difference being that you play as Shadow instead of Sonic. So, for all intents and purposes, it is a mainline Sonic game.
Why would they sideline Shadow like this?
Yeah. I think it started being thought of as a spin-off probably, I think, around the time of Sonic Generations. That's when I remember it changing, because there aren't any levels from Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic Generations. Which makes sense, because
Really?
it's, like, Sonic's, you know, thing, but... I mean, Sonic is in the game, but, you know, he's not the player character, and... so... I mean, I guess that's probably the difference, but like, all right. I'm just loading up on extra lives here. There's the Chaos Emerald. Okay. Black Arms reference in Frontiers. Yeah, exactly. Although, I'm gonna be real, everything was referenced in Frontiers. That's the point of Frontiers. Is they reference literally every single Sonic game. And they even, like, some of the dialogue some of the dialogue includes, like, not like references to, like, characters or events from the 90s TV shows, but I believe Sonic does say a few of, like, Jaleel White's catchphrases, like, let's do it to it, and at least one other one I can't remember. And then Robotnik does say, I hate that hedgehog, which was Robotnik's catchphrase in the 90s cartoons. Which is really, it was really cool.
Really?
It's really cool hearing Mike Pollock say that in a mainline Sonic game, you know? Yeah. And we'll get to that when we get to Frontiers toward the end. But, like, you will have had the context of, like, everything that they're talking about, which is funny. Although at the end of the game, Amy's like, I wonder if Cream and Styx are busy. Which is the first confirmation that Styx, the... what is Styx again? Styx from the Sonic Boom series also exists in the mainline Sonic universe.
Oh, shit!
This is a weird... It's the first mention. And then I think, isn't there a... Because it's... There might be also a reference to the IDW comics, because those are happening right now, and those are canon to the games. And, like, the games are canon to it. The Badger. That's it. Thank you, Liv.
Good friend Styx.
It's just saying both Cream and Styx together is funny. I'm very excited to get to Frontiers, not only because it's a great game, but just to, like, get to see, like, this is where, for the first time in, like, a long time, they actually properly, like, give a shit about the Sonic lore up to that point.
Oh, shit!
Which they didn't for, like, a solid, like, decade. Yeah. I just went back in and I, like, completed my map and stuff with the most recent update. And I beat all the cyberspace levels, and I unlocked the spin dash. And I gotta say, one of the best things about Frontiers is when you turn off all of the, now that they have those options, to turn off all of the jump deceleration options. And it feels like you're playing, like, a Sonic Adventure game with, like, all of the modern moveset of Frontiers. That plus the spin dash being, like, busted. It's just, it's so satisfying.
It sounds peak as fuck.
It is. It really is. And the game's not even, like, done yet, because they have one more big update, where they're gonna have new playable characters, and I think that they're also, like, adding a few extra, like, story missions, and I think probably changing the final boss a little bit,
Oh.
because they kind of ran out of time with the final boss, so I think they are actually improving it. But, like, honestly, it really is just, like, increasingly peak. The jukebox option is also a really solid, fun thing to have on in the background while you continue to, like, explore the levels after you've already done so. They recently added jukebox, or I guess in the first major update, they added jukebox, so, like, you can play, like, classic Sonic music from like, the entire series as you're exploring. They confirmed new characters? Yeah, they did. And based on data mining, we know it's going to be Tails, Knuckles, and Amy.
Yo!
Who are also the 4 playable characters in Sonic Superstars, which is coming out in October, and I'm so hyped. I think I was thinking about this the other day. Sonic Superstars and Super Mario Bros. Wonder are both coming out in, like, October, I think. Whoops. And I think it's the first time literally since 1991 that Mario and Sonic are directly competing with new mainline 2D games.
Oh.
I mean, it's not really like a competition properly, but, you know, because they haven't really been proper competitors since, like, 2002. But it's just fun to think that, like, we're getting a mainline 2D Mario and a mainline 2D Sonic at the same time for the first time since the 90s. Yeah, for real. She's a lot of fun to play in Origins Plus through the classic games because she has the hammer, and, like, one of my favorite moves in the classic Sonic moveset is the insta-shield. So she's got an insta-shield and then functionally also, like, a drop dash. It's not exactly a drop dash because the speed doesn't work the same way. But she's basically the closest to, like, my ideal Sonic character moveset out of, like, anyone. My ideal Sonic character moveset is drop dash and insta-shield, which I think you can only do in Mania Plus with a cheat code.
Oh shit.
But I have it turned on, and Super Peel Out, and I have that turned on. Yeah, you can do that in Mania with a cheat code, and also the version of Sonic 3 that I'm gonna play. The good news, though, is the other games we're gonna play have the other games we have today have level